Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you for being here, Secretary McDonald. I'm pleased to see that you have focused a portion of your budget on construction efforts. Can you tell me the status of the Southern Colorado National Cemetery project and when you anticipate that they'll begin accepting early burials? I'm very concerned that this project stays on track.
We are as well. We're in the design phase right now, and we think that design phase will take about a year, year and a half. Ron, would you like to provide more detail?
Yes, Congressman Lamborn, as you know, we have made progress, significant progress on establishing the cemetery in Southern Colorado. We acquired the 374 acres at Rolling Hill Ranch in El Paso County. We do have sufficient funds in the budget right now to complete the design, complete it through construction documents, the final phase of design. Once that is completed, we will begin the solicitation phase for construction of phase one. Assuming construction funds are provided in the next budget cycle, and that is yet to be determined, we would expect the first burials to occur sometime in calendar year 2018.
Well, I'm disappointed that the timeline seems to be slipping. I'll do everything I can to make sure that those funds are in the budget. I'll work with other folks to try to achieve that. But it sounds like there's been some slipping and to the right, and that is disappointing.
We're going through a complete review right now of our construction management process, as you know. Sloan Gibson, the Deputy Secretary, is leading that, and we've asked the Corps of Engineers' help. We've got to find a way to shorten these timelines that we face. And so we'll be looking at that, and obviously any work we can do to accelerate it, we would like to do.
And I'll work with you if any amendments are necessary or any other legislative action to help you have the authority to make faster progress in the future on this or other projects. Changing subjects, Secretary McDonald, you mentioned that there are 5 versus proposed regions as opposed to 21 VISNs. Well, that, I guess that's more efficient. Does that mean that you will have fewer personnel doing the same job as before, which to me is a hallmark, a result of more efficiency?
Well, as I said in my remarks, this organization is focused on productivity improvement. We don't feel like we can come to you and ask for more money unless we're demonstrating that we're saving money at the same time. That's why we've identified the buildings that are empty that cost us money every year. Think of 9 different geographic maps, each one for a different line of business, whether it's insurance or disability.
And I have one other question, so if you could just summarize.
Okay. It goes to 5 regions, and we haven't yet determined how many VISNs we will have, but they have to fit those 5 regions.
Okay.
And we have a team of directors looking at that now. Everybody's trying to fit into that structure. The point is there will be more efficiency at the middle management level.
Good, and I hope that that means fewer people doing the same job, which means less budget dollars going to personnel.
We're trying to put every budget dollar we can against the veteran experience.
Okay, thank you.
Making the veteran experience better.
Thank you. And lastly, I know we've touched on this, but the transition between DOD and VA, and I have 100,000 veterans in my district and almost that many dependents and other family members, and the Military Compensation and Retirement Modernization Committee has just come out with recommendations. They've said there needs to be better transition. You've mentioned some things that you're working on. That's good to hear. But what can be done in the future? What could be improved to make that transition better?
When we met with that committee throughout their work, I think they've done some excellent work. Some of the ideas that Allison mentioned are brand new, and before that committee wrote its report. In fact, when they gave us the report, we mentioned some of these things, and they missed the report. The report was already in printing. But this idea of the medical exam before the service member leaves the service, that's the biggest idea. And I think the problems that we've had in the past we'll be able to resolve with that, and also with the way we strengthen the TAP program. So I think we're getting better, but we're going to continue to look and see if there are other things we can do.
Okay, thank you so much.
Ms. Ty